Beast of Burden is the latest movie starring Daniel Radcliffe, and it's very similar to a couple of other movies that have been out recently. Think of Tom Hardy in Locke or Ryan Reynolds in Buried. You have that one actor in a small location for the majority of the movie. As this movie goes on, they sort of break that rule a little bit by having Radcliffe in various other scenarios, but for the majority of the movie, he is a pilot of a small aircraft who is basically a drug mule. He is paid to take drugs from one location to another, but unbeknownst to his employers, he is also working for the DEA and in contact with them about making sure that he is at a certain location so that everybody can be caught and apprehended by the government. In addition to that, we also have conversations with his wife where the relationship has its ups and downs and it isn't flowing as well as it should, and there needs to be a little bit of caretaking on this relationship. They're trying to deal with things as well. So we have Daniel Radcliffe in a plane having conversations with his wife, with the person at the DEA, and with his employer, the drug boss, for the majority of the movie. And it's jumping between those three things. And it's a movie that I rather enjoyed. It's fairly simple in its plot. It's not as emotionally charged as, say, Locke, and it is not as unforgiving as Buried. It probably falls third in the run of these three movies, but Radcliffe gets to show his chops a little bit as someone who's contained but having to hold back emotions, to erupt emotions, to do various things. And the story is fairly decent. We have Pablo Schreiber as the DEA handler, we have Grace Gummer as his wife, and we have a voice on a phone as the drug boss, the cartel owner. It's a movie that's about 8 minutes in length, and for the majority of it, it's quite engaging and quite entertaining, and I had a lot of fun with Beast of Burden. Where it kind of loses it is the last 10 to 15 minutes, where obviously they're going to have to wrap up all the threads that they have laid out, and it becomes more of a typical action-centric movie with typical beats that you would be expecting, and they break the confines of the plane. Actually, I preferred it when he was in those confines and having to have the conversations and deal with lots of things that were going on there. Just the personal drama, the pressures of work, the stress of being a double agent for the government. It was all nicely handled, although a little melodramatic and a little bit contrivance for contrivance sake, but it kept me fairly entertained with what was going on. Radcliffe, like I said, gives a great performance. The other actors are used very sparingly because this is basically all about Radcliffe's character, and it focuses all the attention rightly on him, because this is the person who is at the centre, the epicentre of this emotional turmoil of stress and relationships and the breakdowns and rebuilding and having to make hard choices in this cockpit. And it's a movie that, you know, left me going, enjoyed that. I may never think about it again. It was a good one-time watch, and it's one of those movies that makes you go, I've never heard of this before. I'm going to go to the internet and check out other people's responses to see what they're saying, only to discover a movie that was hit with some vitriol that you can't even comprehend why. I literally thought I had seen a different movie from those people because I enjoyed Beast of Burden. It's not a fantastic movie. It's not one of the best I've seen this year. It was a middle of the road, entertaining thriller that had some ups, some downs, some typical plot points, and left me going, yeah, that was all right. So, as always, make up your own mind when you're checking out these movies. It's fine to listen to opinions like mine, but you may go into the movie and go, that was rubbish, or I did quite enjoy that. Either way, I would love to know your opinion of the movie. So let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man vs. Film.